Welcome to Driftwood and Shine. Hey guys, I'm Debbie. And tonight, listen, it is flood and rain here. Like, ugly, nasty. You can see from my hair, it grows in the rain. So we're having like a hot dog picnic, I guess. I don't know. We're going to have, we're doing hot dogs. We're going to do coleslaw, which I'm fixing to show you how I make my coleslaw. Coleslaw, and we're going to have homemade chili. I'm going to show you in a minute how we make the chili to go with it. And we're going to have french fries. We're just going to have us a little hot dog picnic in the yucky weather. In the yucky weather. But I wanted to come on and show you. Now, this is the cutter that I use in my food processor to do my kind of coleslaw. Now, if you wanted bigger coleslaw, because I have a little bitty fine coleslaw. But if you wanted, you know, the like strips of cabbage coleslaw, then use the other, this. Use your top one. And then that way those little things will cut your little pieces like you want. We like ours fine. But I have 1 cup of cut up coleslaw. Let me, thought I had a pen here. I can show you with this. See how little it is. I mean, we do little. So I have 1 cup of coleslaw. We have a 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, and this is just a 1 cup. Now, I don't normally measure, guys. I don't normally measure. I just kind of, because I don't normally even measure my coleslaw. I just get my head of cabbage and cut it up, and then I just kind of go from there. Okay, 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, about 1/3 cup of sugar, and then a half a capful, and it don't matter which bottle you use. When you're using this little bit, you only want about a half a capful. If you're doing like a bigger amount, you'll use a whole capful. That's how I measure my vinegar. About a half a capful. And that's it. Guys, that's the coleslaw recipe done up. I mean, like, quickest coleslaw you ever seen. And it didn't take any time to even mix it all up. You do usually make it, and that's why I made my coleslaw first, so I can put it in the refrigerator and it can kind of marry together. But I like mine a little on the sweet side. You know, coleslaw, that's by taste. Some people even like it dill. If you like dill, don't put the sugar in it. Put you some, instead of the sugar, put you some dill pickles cut up real little. You know, the little ones. But that's it, guys. And see, it's already starting to, it'll form like a milk. See, it is so nice and so good. But it's already starting to kind of form its little milk. You think, a lot of times you think, oh man, that's a lot of mayonnaise or whatever. But as it forms its milk, it pulls away from your coleslaw. So when you dip it, that, excuse me, that mayonnaise turns into more like a sweet kind of milk. So it doesn't taste overly mayonnaise or anything. But that's how quick and easy we make. And this, we use this coleslaw for Perlo, for hot dogs, for everything. This is the go-to slaw. My sister even makes it. I learned how to make it a long time ago from some other family friends we have that used to have a concession stand at their store. And this is how they made coleslaw, and it was so good. And I said, well, we're not gonna change that. Matter of fact, I even get messages from my old church. Melody messaged me a while back and said, hey, could you give me that recipe for the coleslaw? So, everybody loves this coleslaw. So, once again, I'll show it to you. And I'll tell you what I do. I won't put my finger in there so y'all won't fuss at me. But when I get it made, this is what I do. Perfect. Now, like I said, I like mine a little sweet. If you don't like yours as sweet, 1 cup of cabbage, probably you could get by with probably just like a fourth fourth a cup of sugar. Then it wouldn't be very sweet, but it'd have that little bit of sweetness. It needs that little bit. The vinegar kind of cuts the mayonnaise and the sweetness and the bitterness. You know, cabbage, when you eat it raw, can have a little bit of a, not really bitter taste, but a little aftertaste, I say. So, oh look, y'all can see the milk now that's forming. I wish, I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can see how it's getting wet. There it goes, see it's dripping off. That's what it does. It forms like its own little milk, and it's just delicious on hot dogs, guys. So that's it for the coleslaw. Y'all please share this out. Other people might want to know how to make them some homemade coleslaw. And I do cut mine up in a food processor, but you can also use a blender that has one of those one of these kind of blades, because that's how I like mine, little. Now, in a blender, I don't think you can make it to where it's shredded. You'd have to have a food processor for that, but if you want it diced in itty-bitty pieces like this, you can use a blender or a food processor. So, but guys, it's good. Make you some and try it on a hot dog. It is good. So, I think I did that. Now that I say that, I think I did that before, but that's okay. We all need reminders of things. So that's our coleslaw. I'm on, Jeff and them have gone to get our chili and our hamburger meat, so I can make that real quick. So I'll get this all cleaned up and be ready for that, but then I'm going to go ahead and be peeling our potatoes for french fries too. So we'll be back in a little bit, and I'll show you how I make my chili for hot dogs. All right. Love you guys.